Hey there. So I'm just dropping in because I was just thinking about this concept that I practice in my life. And I also teach my clients about how to do called detached compassion. And it's important for so many reasons. First, let me describe what it is. So, detached compassion is having compassion for either yourself or another person, but it's most especially important when you're doing it in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, or with your family or friends or whatever. And it's this ability to not only have compassion, understanding and softness and space and room for that other person, but it's also doing it in a way where you're detached from their experience. And this is incredibly important because when you have sympathy or empathy for someone, it's a kind-hearted thing to do, but what happens, especially with people who are sensitive or have sensitive feelings or have sensitive systems in any way, is they will unconsciously start to take on that person's suffering or that other person's conflict or their feelings in some way, because empathic people and sensitive people are kind of wired to do that. They learn to pick up on feelings and things at a very young age, and oftentimes, in order to feel safer within themselves, they would help try to alleviate that other person's suffering. And this is a problem for a couple of reasons. For the first, it's disempowering actually to the other person that you're trying to help, because in some way you're saying, you're not strong enough to do it on your own, or because you can't handle this, I'm going to take this on for you, right? So it's disempowering for that reason. Also, it mixes things up energetically between those two people. Anytime you unconsciously start to take on that person's suffering or take that within yourself, it actually starts to affect your energy body by affecting your energy levels, and it can affect your decisions, needs, and actions in the future, because you will unknowingly start to shift your decisions and things that you're doing based on that other person's needs or their conflict or whatever it is that they're going through. And it's not a win-win situation, because if you're unconsciously taking it on, they can never fully um, learn what it's like to empower themselves and do it within themselves and move on. So detached compassion helps you to eliminate that need to fix it for them. Also, it empowers you to hold space for that other person in a really, really loving, non-judgmental, but also separate way. So you're saying, I know that you're powerful enough to take this on, and I can be here for you as a sounding board, as a friend, or in some capacity to just hold space while you're going through that. And a lot of times people who are kind-hearted are kind of misguided in their help because they get too involved in that other person's experience, and it ends up being not a good thing. So that's when people have issues with boundaries, or they have issues, telling the other person no if they know that they're going through a really hard time or they're suffering in some way, but what they don't feel like they can handle it, they won't say that they can't handle it, right? So it becomes a strain on a relationship over time, because you're too involved, you're too attached to whatever happens with that other person. So I implore you to think about this concept of detached compassion and how it can actually bring your energy back into your own energy body, into your own energetic field, so that you can use it for your own life. And it's actually more helpful to that other person when you do that, because you're more strong and you're more whole, and you're not sort of, leaking your energy or giving it away, and it ends up being beneficial for both people. And when you actually embody that, when you fully take your energy into yourself and fully and completely own your power, it actually gives that other person an energetic blueprint to look into you and be like, oh, that's something that other person is doing, and I can get there too. So it's like, when you up level, seriously up level, it gives permission to everyone who comes into your energetic field, permission to do the same. So if you have any questions about empathy, sympathy, or detached compassion, leave them below. I would love to hear from you. I am uploading videos every week, so please subscribe to my channel and check out the notes below this video and the pinned comment. I would love to see you and interact with you. Sending you so much love.